don't forget, this was the map that Detri made his return debut. You know, his big return to Pro League. And now that he's back in Pro League and he did well on the first time he was here, I'm expecting him to one-up himself. So, Detrian, if you hear this 3 minutes from now, all eyes on you, buddy.
Well, Detrian, I hope you're not hearing this because that means you're not playing the game. So, take a time and watch as Luminescent bans out Thatcher. So, they get the first ban being on defense. Let's see how Team Void responds. It's going to be a Nomad ban. So Luminescent, obviously, they're looking to bring the Kaid, and this means that Team Void cannot ban the Maverick. It's going to be instrumental in opening up hatches, or you can simply ban the Kaid. So interesting bans coming out. This has left Mira, Echo, and Maestro still on the board. So likely one of those three are going to be removed from play, unless, of course, Luminescent follows what Xavier did and bans out Mozzie. But it's going to be an Echo ban.
Echo is a pretty standard ban. Kaid as well for a map like Clubhouse because of the amount of hatches you have. The strength he has over in CCTV and Cash as well, just because of the DMR shotgun with the ACOG, as well as the Artilla Electroclaws. So, Detrian, my dog, gonna go back on that Jackal. Quite fitting, really. Bachelor as well, back on the Bucks. So similar roles coming up from everyone so far. Stev on that support frag role along with PT King. So everyone here is able to actually pick up a lot of these kills. I'm actually sure who the IGL on Void is. I'll have to ask them later on, but Jabowski gonna be still on that Thermite. So he's been doing a pretty bang on job with the Thermite, and I'm sure Illuminate are in good spirits considering their lineup so far, and considering that they just had a very close matchup with Void on that last map. So considering that, with the first site being gym and bedroom, I don't think it's gonna throw Void off too badly because their setup for cash does still apply for this site here, but Luminescent deciding to go for an off-site over a main default site is still pretty interesting to see. Not completely surprising though.
Yep, this double hard breach is good insurance policy. They were going for Maverick initially, but the swap from Maverick to Hibana is probably the wise choice because Maverick is more so utilized when you're taking cash. Of course, Luminescent are going to be defending cash, but GCH is going to get a spawn peek onto Steph, and that's one of those hard breaches taken off the board right away, and that is massive. That is going to severely limit what Void can do in this take. So they're going to have to make a decision on how to approach this, which walls to open up. That is massive. I can't even overstate that.
Yeah, so they're going to be pushing in quite freely. Detrian's going to have a bang on time here. Should be able to pick up a couple of footprints quite easily. He has a drone very far away. I don't know what he's going to try to achieve rotating that right now while he's technically very exposed. He's going to be safe for now. Obviously, a lot of teammates are around him and will be rotating in. Does look like Bachelor will be trying to get an angle into the site as well. Does have a nice little angle through. Will be able to catch anyone rotating around. And Jabowski try to get a little bit of work done on those walls. And that we are seeing that, yes, see, we are seeing that the soft wall is being opened. They're going to plant it on the inside, the interior side of that hard breach, and it's going to be uncounterable, essentially. You can't impact trick that. So the breach on the cash wall is successful. They haven't cleaned out the last member. The frag is going to be cooked. Is he a master chef or will he lose? Oh, he is not a master chef. The ADS does counter it. Surely he wins those fights. DCZ gets taken out, choosing to go with the pistol instead of the shotgun, and choosing to even take the fight as a whole. I'm not too sure about taking the DFO-12 on a site like Cash. Honestly, the Scorpion would have been a better choice, considering the angles are actually quite long in Fian.
Yeah, and the Jackal too, he's died on the first floor. Sending him out alone on the room clear usually works, but, you know, when when inevitably he's gonna fail once or twice, and you don't have someone ready to refrag, you're down a man with Jibausi. He just hips fires. Believe it was Steva on the previous map, and this time it is Jibausi. Thermite getting very, very lucky, receiving the push from Believe right in his face.
Oh my.
Oh, that is gonna be a free kill. Yep, he's gonna down him. DCH gonna take him quite low though. Can he finish the job? I don't think he's gonna repeat that. Too risky.
He just missed the headshot. Obviously didn't know exactly where that head was.
Yeah.
But now that Buck is down, they will pick up the skier himself, and Shusty is going to be holding an angle from inside the bathroom. DCH with the triple kill will deny. Void pushing in too far, but PT King will have to pull out the triple kill, but it will be denied by Luminescent itself. Round 1 going to Luminescent, and everyone's been pulling their weight quite well.
So, all in all, there are many things that won Luminescent the round. First thing was, of course, the setup was pretty good. It wasn't the most robust setup for a gym and bedroom. The way that they're holding the cache and CCTV, it wasn't the best. Usually you would have a Kaid, so he can impact trick and he can put his electroclaws, but of course no Kaid. But they didn't even bring a bandit or something. It was an Ella. But what really helped Luminescent hold that was the spawn peak from DCH onto the Hibana. It meant that the Thermite would be reluctant to use his charges. He eventually did, of course, but it wasted enough time. And elsewhere, on the first floor, the Jackal died. He was untraded. And then, of course, DCH with the pulse scanner being so much of a menace from construction. So that was it. A very simple breakdown of what happened in that round. Void unable to deal with the loss of the hard breacher well enough and becoming very one-dimensional in the attack after that.
Yeah, so Believe is going to be working on some of those rotations and that line of sight. DCH as well with another shotgun, maybe just playing over by the blue utility room. A lot of data denial here will be going into the back side of the site. A lot of investment going through. Nano Kids takes out a couple of drones on his way down. Obviously data denial is the name of the game, and a couple of cameras as well will be helping provide a little bit of information on anyone trying to push up or get too aggressive.
Now Shusty is still setting up with 15 seconds into the action phase. Is not too bad, but sometimes you're gonna have teams that are gonna rush and just grab and smash. Or smash and grab, really. But not quite happening here, so he gets away with it. Most of the time, teams will get away with it, but that one time where the attackers decide to rush, having slow setup can really, really feel like a slap in the face.
Yeah, so setup efficiency is very important, and the pre-droning prep phase, that's the word, prep phase. The prep phase is critical. So you need to be able to retain your drones, you need to be able to set up efficiently, get all your cameras down, your external setup, and then also your reinforcements. So right now, so far, it does look like, Detrian is trying to push into this blue. He can't exactly get through too easily or too free. DCH picks up a nice kill on the Stev, and there goes your Habana. They've already got some of these hatches open, so that's not a huge loss for them. But it does mean that one of their better fraggers on that attack lineup is going to be taken out. PT King completely misses the one kill that he could have got there, unfortunately. But maybe it's just trigger discipline, trying to keep himself alive and maybe try to keep his presence a little less known. DCZ with the shotgun trying to pick up maybe anyone trying to drop that hatch. Will have to react quite quickly and will definitely need to land those shots, as anyone pushing down will have teammates covering them, or at least I hope so.
Yeah, that's right. That position is so hard to deal with unless you have throwables such as concussions or a frag grenade, and it just means that you're likely to lose at least one body. Shusty is going to take down Bachelor, and that means that Luminescence player that was pushing up the main stairs, he sees no reason to push up further, saving him from an untimely death against PT King. So it's a 3v4, the attackers are down, and it's going to become 2v4.
Not like this.
He gets down, DCH with the shotgun, he takes a few bullets, but he's going to survive. Jaeger, he has taken a lot of damage. PT King is going to collect one more. Shusty, but pushing in all the way. Detrian, he's going to see the Valkyrie, cannot land the shots. with the shotgun, he's actually gonna down Nano Kids. PT King has taken down one more. He traded DCZ actually, so it's a 1v1. DCH, he's made his way upstairs. Yet again, how does Luminescent keep doing it? That's free, and he doesn't have the diffuser. It's upstairs. This round is over.
Yeah, he has to go for the kill here, but DCH is upstairs guarding it. He rotates down all the way through, and it does look like he doesn't need to do anything at all. They've got the diffuser. He's going to have to drop the hatch, but they can't. He can't drop the hatch. He's way too far, and with 1 second left, it does look like it's Luminescent's round.
Operators, you have run out of time.
That is truly unfortunate. If he dropped the kitchen, he either wouldn't have had time, or even if he did, he was ready, the smoke ready and waiting, and that would have been an easy cleanup for DCZ. So,
I mean,
that was just poor.
This is why you got to do your job. You know, you got utility, you've got gadgets that can contribute to a greater, longer-term benefit to the team. You know, if you're Habana or if you're Thermite, the first thing you do is not try to pick up kills. The first thing you do is you set up, you put your claymores down, you put your flashbangs through, and then you open up the walls. Yep, use your utility. Yeah, so if you die, then you get taken out. But unfortunately, they didn't get a lot of that done. A lot of good play from Luminescent as well to deny everything. But just not enough, really. Fantastic play by Luminescent to guard the first floor and play it so methodically. Like I said before, Infian, these guys are playing very differently, and they're not the same team that we saw come in from Challenger League.
Yeah, this is good. This progress being showed by Luminescent. They only have 2 points right now coming from 2 draws. They're going to be hoping to get at least 1 win, and that's likely to be tonight. The best chance of it is going to be tonight, as after this they're going to be facing Next Esports tomorrow. So tough battle for them, these back-to-back games, and they'll be hoping to end their Season 10 with at least 1 win.
Yeah, hopefully they should be able to pull that through. We've seen them already pull in 1 win before, but it's just obviously not enough. Considering that they have had the chance to play in the Pro League against some fantastic teams, some fantastic players, it's going to be very beneficial for them and their growth as well as the scene. So only good things have come out from Luminescent being here. Surely when they come back, they'll be a better team all in all, and they should be able to provide much better competition. And I'm more than sure they'll be able to take out anyone over in the Challenger League coming through and trying to take a spot for the Pro League themselves. Jabowski will be putting down a lot of damage actually on Shusty as he rotates out. Now we'll have to get to work with the breach upstairs. I'm surprised they're not trying to just soft breach this with a Maverick trick, but they're just going straight away for the Thermite. So not bothering with fancy tricks. It does look like Bachelor is keeping an eye out for the strip club run out, but it does look like it's poorly timed. He's probably going to get peeked in from somewhere.
There we go.
Yeah, Jabowski picks up Nano Kids as they push through, but the strip club rotation has not paid dividends just yet, and they most likely have garage control now.
Yeah, the Maestro played it poorly. He gave garage control by being too aggressive, and not only that, he has ceded a lot of control on side as well. Those evil eyes are going to be locked in place, and it's going to be easy for Bachelor to take them out. Not that the evil eyes could have survived, and you can see the pings coming out. Locked in position, can only see one angle. So Detrian, he's going to be instrumental in this with the M249 LMP. Oh, he drops down, but it's DCH ready and waiting. It was a good reaction from Detrian, but just not quick enough.
Yeah, DCH definitely have the advantage there. A whole bunch of flash grenades go out. Stun grenades, actually, will go out. A whole bunch of pre-firing as well, just to try to return fire. Does look like maybe DCH will try to go for a external rotation outside. But the plant is successful, and DCZ will have to try to push this and try to contest anyone inside the garage. One member's pushing through. He just misses it. PT King gets a double kill for himself, and it looks like Void picks up round 3. Bachelor cleaning it up onto DCZ after he notices that the Legion is in that corner. He just pre-fires it, just waits for the right moment for him to walk into his line of sight.
So they had no information that the thermite came in, and that just allowed him to just walk into sight, get the plant off with little difficulty. And when you have the maestro killing himself, or rather getting himself killed so early on, that's kind of one of the reasons why you don't want that happening. He was right in the blind spot of Evil Eye, and no one even tried to deny the plant.
Yes, so the rosters are locked in with 8 seconds left. It does look like Castle is being swapped off for Caveira. Very interesting choice. And
Attackers need to locate and defuse
40
any bomb.
and it does look like they've decided to go for a gym and bedroom hold yet again.
Yeah, it does seem like they're going back to gym and bedroom where they started this. Got a nice little win, despite the double hard breach that came out from Void back then. This time it's still a double hard breach, but Stev is bringing out the Maverick instead of the Hibana. He's not quite had too much success with it. But over here, as we count the seconds down, 2 seconds, 1 second, and we are into the action phase right away.
Yep,
5
so
seconds to go.
does look like we will be setting up here, and they'll be reinforcing the cash room, and probably putting a lot of investment there this time. DCZ is going to be on there again with the FO12. I'm not too sure if they want to do this a second time around in Fian. It could just be that they're just feeling confident. Maybe he might try to hold construction instead. It does look like they swapped the roles around just a little bit, but now that it's at now that we're pushing into the 4th round, 2 minutes and 34 and 33, could be possible that, okay, DCZ with a very interesting hiding spot. That's fresh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that is an
It's a very peculiar spot as well, but now that we've only got about I mean, we've got 2 minutes and 8 seconds, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. They've still got some space, and they should be able to do something about it. PT King obviously saw where the Ella was, and oh my gosh, he still gets a kill with it. I cannot believe. Bachelor goes down. DCZ pays dividends and picks up a kill there, and did he just get too aggressive? I feel like he just got too aggressive without his team coordinating with him a little bit.
Yeah, you often see that at this lower level, that you have the attackers or defenders not coordinating the rest of the team too well. They think that, oh well, he's in a poor position, I can capitalize, but sometimes it overlooks some crucial component of the defense or the attack, or how the opposition is set up. And oh, what patience from PT King! He's gonna take down.
Beautiful.
Just exposing himself a little bit too much, and it's 4v4 right now.
Yeah, so it does look like everything's all sorted for Luminescent to hold this. Now that they've wasted a lot of time. 2 minutes have been wasted. 1 minute left on the clock, and it does look like Jabausi is still kind of lost. Like, Void don't even know what to do right now. Like, guys, do we open up the jacuzzi, or what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Half the members of Void are just waiting for the right call right now. They're just struggling to make a decision. Nice kill coming out from PT King, but it does look like Jabausi gets downed outside. Stev is going to peek this dangerously, rotate in a very, very I wouldn't suggest ever doing that, but you know he just did. So he's in a position. Oh my gosh! So if a couple flashbangs go out there, it does look like they're trying to peek this quite aggressively. He almost picks up the kill. He has to rotate off now, and it does look like a couple of pings are saying, you know what, go through this construction right now and pick this one up. He gets hit with the Grismod, and he pays for pushing that aggressively. PT King with a double to clean that up, though. Will it be enough? Jabausi will have to get that plant down. He's trying to cover his teammate. It does look like he picks up the triple kill. Has to stick the plant now, but it does look like, oh my gosh, is Believe able to stop this?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he should be able to. He will see this soon enough, and there we go. The plant is successful. He gets the points for it, but he denies the plant and will counter defuse quite simply. Luminescent pulling up 3-1 on Void. That's huge. They might just be able to win this one.
Yeah, indeed. Luminescent looking very good, but let's just remember, this is Clubhouse defense, and Luminescent have often had, once the roles swap, they look good, and then suddenly they look terrible after the role swap. So hopefully the same doesn't happen for them. Void is struggling a lot with the time management right now. They're not doing too good on that. Always coming down to the final few seconds. They can get the frags when they need to, but it's just they're playing it very cautiously, and then they fail to clear out properly, fail to make the entries happen quick enough, fail to use their utility too efficiently, and so on.
I mean, they need to make a set plan from the beginning, and they just need to say, you know what, this is what's going to happen. We're going to push from this end, we're going to open up this wall, and then we're going to open up that wall. Alright? Phase A, we're going to clear out cache. Phase B, we're going to open up jacuzzi, and then we're going to pincer them to execute. Okay, guys? They need to say these kind of things first, so that when they actually come into the round and they actually start putting they start picking up all these kills, that makes it easier for them to execute their plan. They won't be so lost. They've got the meta game understood, and they know exactly what they're gonna do. Surely we understand that, yes, you have to come up with these plans in the game and during the actual round itself, because the fact is, you don't know what the enemy's doing in their setup. If you rigidly put yourself in a position where you're expecting to read into the whole round before you even drone it, then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna just put yourself in a corner, and you're gonna restrict your own ability to play against the enemy. A pre-prep C4 coming out from Believe surely spells out that he believes that he's gonna be safe, and he's gonna be able to pick up a kill on anyone rotating through. He's got a black eye pre-prepped upstairs. Should be able to bring in a little bit of information for himself and his team, and maybe get a free kill on anyone trying to open up the flooring upstairs. So, oh my gosh. One pre-preps, one C4 thrown through. A bit too early though.
Yeah. Now, that C4 being wasted shouldn't be too much of a problem for Luminescent. They have been doing quite well so far. They won the basement defense previously. So, Detrian on the IQ this time around, he is going to see the mute jammers. He's going to see... Oh, is that? Oh, it's a black eye. Well hidden, but well spotted from him. Maverick Stev, he's going to get the hatches open as well. Jibausi, he needs to go down and get the church wall open. That's the standard take that... Well, it's popular right now, and pushing up. It's going to be PT King punishing Believe. A quick call coming out from Stev, and unfortunately, the Valkyrie didn't see the drone watching her, and it's going to be instant reply. Detrian goes down, missing his shots onto Nano Kids.
There we go. Jabausi is going to be trying to hold these angles as well, and he's used up all that utility, so he's converted into being a fragmite right now. So he's trying to bring in some support for his team by holding a couple of angles. PT King still trying to ping in a couple of free kills and a little bit more intel for his team. So rotating through now, it does look like 4-4, and he might just drop this hatch as he tries to peek it. A little slow if you ask me, but with a couple of more pings down here and a little bit of pre-firing, Jabausi might just get a little aggressive on anyone downstairs. Oh my gosh! Bachelor getting taken out by Shusty in the silliest way possible. Drops a little bit low, but it does look like Luminescent are still in an advantage. Void have quite the hill to climb in a 2-3 situation. Drop that low, Jabausi takes a little bit more damage, and oh my gosh, Jackal gets taken out by a shotgun from a long range. Only because he's dropped so low, and Luminescent cleaned up round 5. So 4-1 right now. Luminescent turning up big against the next pro team. Oh, sorry, the long running pro team.
Yeah, that's right. And well, DCZ holding in blue, that's essentially what won them that round. It was a bit of a poor droning. Bachelor first, and then Stev, and then one more. DCG was just allowed to take the 1v1s, and he's in such a strong position with the shotgun especially, and the SMG-11. That means if you're going to contest him close range, he's going to just take you out. Giving him the 1v1 was not the play, and the reason that DCZ was able to play there for so long was because he was undroned for most of the part.
The lack of information is really hurting them at this point in time. Void playing a lot of information operators as well, and it's just not paying out for them. Luminescent must be over the moon right now, but they can't let up just yet. They still have to pull in this win, and they're very close to it, Infian. This is their last round of defense, and if they win this, they only need 2 attacking rounds in order to bring this in. Void playing on a map where, like you said, they've been so strong and so confident, are just dropping right now, and they're losing gunfights, they're losing these angles, and they're being outstratted in so many ways. Luminescent, I said it time and time again today, are playing like a real pro team, and they're really showing that they deserve to be here.
5 seconds to go.
Look at my evil eye.
Now, NanoKids, he's gonna set up the standard Maestro cameras over here. DCH, he's gonna get very, very aggressive. He's gonna take... and oh, he's gonna get punished for...
Oh no.
Bachelor, despite having only a hollow sight on equal terms with the Jaeger, it's just a better angle for the Zofia. She does take a lot of damage, down to about 35 HP, but she will live to fight another day.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's still a lot of utility available for your team as well. It's all because he actually punched open the bottom of the barricade. If he used the bullet hole, it would have been better, but it does limit your line of sight quite a lot. Does look like Jabalzi has to shoot and pre-fire some of these angles here to keep his teammates safe. It does look like he will be able to control this and not contest it too much without risking his life any more than he has to. So he rotates all the way up, and it looks like he will be able to get a lot of work done on this wall here, opening up right in the middle of things. Oh no! That's not good. Oh. Manages to rotate up just in time before he gets taken out there. So, Detrian, the 70 FPS dog, or the R4 seed, is going to be bringing in a little bit of information as he drones for himself and drones for his team over by the staircase in the lounge. Exothermic is successful, and they will be rotating over to the construction site in order to maybe bring in another couple of angles. But Jabalzi's taking the diffuser very far away from the actual plant site. So, if he dies now, it's not going to be fantastic for a team. Does look like Stev actually picked up a couple of shots here. Doesn't get up any kills, but Shusty cleans up Detrian, rotating over on the other side there. So, NanoKids as well with the Elder 556 will be rotating and guarding the garage by himself. PT King's gonna be picking the angle with the C7E, and it doesn't look like Luminescent are moving or going anywhere anytime soon. Void have a bit of work here before they can actually get this initial plant down. I feel like they need to take over control over the garage first, or they really bank in on that cash room.
The previous time, Void won it when they got control of the garage. This time they haven't been able to do it, and I think you're right. That might just be their downfall. Still have a catwalk player.
Oh no!
Oh, so close! PT King nearly kills Jibauzi, but Jibauzi is standing firm. DCZ comes into sight. He takes down Stev, and I'm not sure how DCZ is not being watched for. He's gonna take down one more.
Wow!
Goes down, and Shusty cleans PT King up. And what was looking? It was looking so decent for Void after that, and then it just fell to pieces. 5-1.
It's official.
Luminescent.
Just. Can we get a wow? Guys in chat, can we get a wow? Because Luminescent are doing so much better than Void on Clubhouse. A map that Void have been consistently strong on. Like, they're not notoriously known for Clubhouse like Empire is, where they just like 7-0 a team. But Luminescent is nearing that stage where we can just say Luminescent are strong on Clubhouse, ban Clubhouse from Luminescent. That's essentially what it's starting to look like for us, at least. So, Luminescent coming through does look like it's going to be strong. They're playing like a very different team. They're not even the same guys anymore, man. These guys are they've ascended. You know, they're playing very different, and they're definitely looking much better. Detrian putting the shield down backwards, in fact. So he's going to be trying to contest that window very aggressively from behind the bomb, and they're really expecting PT King to be able to deny all of the exothermics or X-Kairos charges on that double wall.
Well,
10 seconds remaining.
5-1. Void have a mountain to climb right now. The only solace they'll be having right now is that they won the first map. That's it. They will be feeling pretty terrible except for that. 5-1 to Luminescent on a map that you said they're supposed to be pretty good at.
Yeah, there we go. So Detrian as well going to be putting down all the black eyes and trying to control it as best as he can. Does look like he is rotating over to the bedroom, and they will have an entire second floor defense so far. No one playing downstairs with a C4, but Jabowski takes a couple of drones to clean it up and maybe try to bring in a little bit of presence down by the lounge. My brain, sorry guys. DCZ is going to be droning a little bit more by the stage as well, and it does look like Void need to just bide their time right now and deny as much intel as possible, while Shusty does get this Maverick breach going on. So they're trying to get this. Oh my god!
Beautiful!
So clean. They will get the exothermic, but they lose their Maverick and they lose Believe. So 2 fantastic fraggers on your team getting absolutely demolished this early into the game. Well, it's not that early, but there's still a lot of time and you're nowhere near getting inside the site. So this is fantastic timing coming out from Void on that defense. So maybe they're going to shine here. We might see a tie come through. It's a long way from that, however, and I feel like Luminescent might still have a chance on this attack here on round 7.
Yeah, this isn't looking too good for Luminescent on this round specifically. And he's have to make his way all the way back to the roof. And then they have to think about what they want to do with this. They don't have garage control, just like how Void didn't have garage control. And NanoKids, he has an inkling of where their player is, and I think he's going to tag him up just a bit. DCZ is going to clean up Bachelor, but from above, peeking up is Stev. Stev's going to lose his life, but DCZ's got one more. Peeking King cleans up NanoKids, and it's just up to DCZ against 2 members. Unlikely that Stev's going to get picked up, so this is winnable, especially if the Valkyrie throws her life away. Yeah,
so with 2 frag grenades in his back pocket and an ADS just around the corner, it does seem to be a very interesting turn of events. 1 Valkyrie camera obviously being taken down here. He's just taking a little bit more damage than he has to. Oh my gosh, how does he miss that? But how do they miss the kill onto DCZ? He's going to be prone and he will lose his life. Team Void win round 7. Their first round in a long time here on defense on Clubhouse.
Indeed, Void would have really, really needed this. Got it after strong defense. It was really on the wall that won them the game. They got the kill onto Believe elsewhere and the C4 onto the Maverick. And immediately you could see a shift in the way Luminescent was playing. They became tentative. They became scared. They didn't know exactly how to proceed, losing 2 of their members, the Ash and the Maverick, in such a manner. And following that, it was just customary for Void to hold strong.
So, can they keep this up? What do you think?
For sure they can keep it up. As we mentioned, Void is strong in this map and they are on defense. 5-1 is a very, very tall mountain to climb, but mountains are there to be climbed, so we have seen comebacks happen from 5-1 before many, many times. Sometimes on Villa, sometimes on Clubhouse, sometimes on other maps, but it's not impossible, and I definitely feel that Void are capable of doing it.
Void are capable. They are a very strong, experienced team. I expect nothing less from them. Detrian coming in has been quite beneficial for their lineup as well. And now that we are looking at these players really duke it out with an advantage over this, I'm interested to see how well they pan it out. This is a late reinforcement, late castle barricade on the window. You do those first, my friend. You do those first. Yeah. But he's lucky no one's spawning up the front of the building. If not, he would be dead meat by now. So like you said before, some time ago, it really comes down to, early setup. Luckily for him, he doesn't get punished for that. But any other time, he would have. So, Nano Kid as well, it will be rotating all the way to the Jacuzzi. Gets the initial breach down, and he's going to have to rotate. Doing as much work as possible, and rotating and doing the rounds as fast as he can. All 3 hard breaches on one side though, by the way, guys.
Now Shusty, he is taking a bit of damage, but he's going to be able to open this wall. So the first hard breach, it's going to take his time. You can see that his teammates are waiting.
Oh,
Sometimes
no.
you bring an IQ to speed up this process so you can see where the electric claw is located and then shoot it out immediately. But I think
Not like
Wolf
this.
is still looking for it.
Not like...
Oh no, he's lost his exothermic charge, getting
Yep.
too antsy on that. They finally take down,
That's
but damage done.
that's a real waste because he got, like you said, too angsty, got impatient. All he had to do was just wait a little bit more and get the breach done, but he did it right in the middle, and they didn't get the right hand side, and he just assumed that it was going to be done. Surely he was trying to get it done early, but talking about early, or maybe a little bit late, DCZ will be pushing up into the eastern stairs. All the walls are soft, of course, and the vigil is just, oh, that's not a vigil. I'm not even sure who that is,
Attackers have located
but
a bomb.
he's just hanging around the corner. Might just peek right now, and oh my gosh, no, it's Bachelor with the double kill onto Believe. Then maybe the triple as well. He rotates back. He's taking a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad at all. He's going to be holding this wall and holding this room as well as he can. The rest of it's soft. Maybe that's going to allow him to actually rotate out of there and actually make an escape for himself. Bring in a little bit of aggression with the castle hanging around that door as well.
Now, Nanokiz is taken downstairs,
Wow.
but Detrian
Okay.
trades back on Shusty. To just one before Detrian gets one
What?
more. And, oh, dropping in DCH. What a kill onto Bachelor. It's gonna make it a little bit more even, but DCH is getting pressured by Detrian. Takes out the goo mine and promptly dies. Detrian, his shots ring true. And that's a triple kill for him this round.
Man. So, Habana unfortunately going down at the end there. Under Armour gloves were just not enough, I'm sorry. But Void looking very strong on the defense. Very different setup coming through, paying off. But I think ultimately Luminescent were just being real sloppy with that attack. Just losing that second exothermic really cost them, and they had to use the X Kairos, losing more utility available to them as well. Not ideal in any situation, and they didn't even attack the gym window. You know, gym window control over into the jacuzzi wall is it's core. It's so necessary, but not being used or capitalized on.
Many bombs as they can.
Void will go downstairs into Arsenal where they're safer. They can play together. Their refrag potential is much higher.
Well, let's see what happens on this round. Finally going to the basement after winning both their second floor defenses. They look strong upstairs. Let's see whether they can replicate that form downstairs. Basement plays out pretty differently to the second floor bomb sites. And
10 seconds remaining.
we may just see Luminescent be a bit swifter in clearing things out. Unless, of course, we're going to have some upstairs roam game coming out from Team Void. Dev is opening up the hatches above, so he's going to give them pause at the very least. So Luminescent with a double hard breach. Probably going to take some time, but Jackal's going to speed things up significantly.
So Shusty's going to be doing a little bit of droning, obviously, and now that he does get his drone jammed, okay, he gets his drone jammed, and does look like DCH as well is suffering from drone jammer-itis. Pushing through, trying to gain control over the second floor, it does seem to be quite the chore for Luminescent so far. I'm not sure how they're like it's the data denial that's really cutting them off at this point. They're not even sure what to think in half of these situations, and because they're trying to push through into all these positions where they're not confident with in Fian. So because Void are doing such a bang-on job at denying that data, or at least providing or making it harder for them to bring in data for the rest of their team, they are proving to be quite strong. But the castle downstairs, different to how we see castle being used by Luna Metal upstairs, proving to be very different as well, trying to really wasting a lot of their utility, especially since IQ doesn't have breaching charges and it has a claymore instead.
See you on the other side.
Now, the hatches are gonna get opened up by DC and it's pretty simple take so far. Not much contention coming out from Team Void. PT King obviously getting into one gunfight, not coming off the better for it, but it's not too bad either. These castle barricades, damage, and somehow he's gonna be able to get away.
By attackers.
Believe he's taken down Dead Tree, and that is an all-important kill. And Void not looking too hot as NanoKid's bouncy 3v5 with 40 seconds to go. The tides have turned in favor of Luminescent. Luminescent, what are you doing? Stev is the only one alive. He needs to ace this to have any chance, but no, it's going to be Luminescent moving on to match point, arresting the slide, and this is trouble.
This is the biggest upset. Well, not the biggest upset, but it's a huge upset. Luminescent have been evolving over the Pro League season, and we can see their development so far. 6-3 right now. The lowest they get is a draw, and Void are... I mean, the best they get is a draw as well. They're not going to get this win, and Luminescent are looking so strong right now. I cannot believe how confident and coordinated these guys are looking moving into this current matchup. So, fantastic to see Luminescent performing so well, and Void actually doing a bang-on job, really.
Yeah, the execute was very, very clean from Luminescent. Sure, they took their time, they didn't get any early picks, and Void were looking poised. But they had the information, and when they collapsed onto the bomb site, the execution was near flawless, I would say. And that's it. Void not roaming probably lost them that round.
Just a small mistakes that are piling up here, and PT King's going to be trying to bandit trick that wall. Has the... What do we call this thing, man? Do you still want to call it the deployable shield? Because it's not really the deployable shield to me anymore. You know, it's more like a mirror shield, but not.
Yeah,
I think we can take the initiative and coin a new name for this item here. I'm gonna call it the visor shield.
I mean, it's still called a deployable shield, but mirror shield works pretty well, honestly.
Yeah.
It's essentially like mini mirror slits, and it's very, very powerful. We haven't talked too much about it tonight. We talked about it last week, but the fact that each defender can essentially get his or her own portable mirror window, which is it's extremely powerful, and a lot of pros are not happy with this change. We haven't quite seen the full effects of it yet, because we've only had one EU and one NA playday, and APAC's not quite, you know, the trailblazers as PT King takes on NanoKids. So I think we're gonna have to see in just a while, as the rest of the Pro League ramps up once again, just exactly why these deployable shields are such a menace. Now, NanoKid's going down. That's huge. He's the Thermite, and there we go. DCZ, the Capital as well. So this attack is pretty much muted right away, and Stev's gonna get one more. DCH just leaping through, and they're just feeding him.
You're giving him all the kills right now and all the reasons to actually take this out. This might end up being a very flawless round for Void to try to bring this back in, but it is still match point, and Luminescence are still in the advantage here. It's going to be an uphill climb, and Shusty's most likely going to lose this one out. C4 going out there. He does dodge that just barely as well. Very well placed C4 actually. Just good reactions coming out from Shusty. So he's rotating around. He's got still 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and it should still pan out quite well for him. A couple of shots coming through. Might just pre-fire back. Here we go. And nothing will come out from that, but he's most likely going to push in through gym and bedroom. Does have a couple of drones obviously feeding him a lot of information, and he's kind of trying to take these gunfights as best as he can. And I mean, he's got what else is he gonna do at this point? Infin, he's gonna try to maybe push through construction, and then it's gonna, I mean, it could work out well. Oh, like this, eh? All right. So he picks up a nice kill on the Bachelor. He pushes through the master bedroom, and it's not a flawless round anymore. So good job of throwing away at Void. But unfortunately, Void cleaned that up, and it's too easy for him. Too many things, too many angles to consider, and one man on the cameras already. So Detrian doing a fantastic job for his team, cleaning that up. Also very good Valkyrie cameras coming from him. Luminescent still on match point and are still very, very... They're looking very confident here on this last round. This last map.
This could go the full distance right now if Void are able to make this gym bedroom defense work again. They have looked so good on the second floor, but you know, I'm feeling this might just turn out like the first map. You have Luminescent coming back over there, but then Void just holding strong, and that lack of strong basement defense might just be Void's, and even though they might push this to round number 12.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. They have to win this one first.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They still have to make it happen, and if they pull a draw in, and Void, if Void pull a draw in, then it's just wow. I would not believe that Void managed to make that happen. A lot of footing being opened up here by Stev because they can't allow anyone inside gym. It is an absolute nightmare to try to defend any plant inside that site if they are allowed to push in, and they are allowed to get the plant down. It just becomes indefensible at that point. Reinforcing over by Cash as well. Does look like they are investing some utility and some defense into that area, trying to deny as much entry and trying to delay as much time as possible. We've seen that defense come out time and time again, and it's just proven to be so useful. But PT King coming out for a very aggressive push down here. No one knows he's here. I think, at least.
Yeah, PT King might just be the linchpin in this defense, just like Mentalist sports. So Detrian roaming upstairs as well. Well, down relative to the bomb site. He's gonna make his way back onto site. 30 seconds into this round, not much happening so far, except that the control from Luminescent is actually pretty strong. They've gotten the wall open. They have a member posted here on the window of Cash. So, pretty decent stuff.
Very, very, very curious to see how this turns out. Does look like, I believe you guys have a little bit of intel coming through that drone hole there. Jacuzzi wall does get open, and a couple of drones from NanoKids comes out as well. Double drone instance as well, with DCH tries to hold the angle himself. Oh my gosh, almost loses his head. Trying to X-Kairos over by the bathroom as well. Does look like he will be able to pop that open. Shouldn't be much of a hassle, really. But with a timely grenade, DCZ might just be able to pick up the one man behind on the table. Bachelor gets taken down there. Fantastic play by DCZ. Countering out the one man inside the room. Clearing it up, making it easier for them to push in. So, less contest now for anyone inside that site, and actually pushing through from server room. Believe loses a concussion to a ADS. But now that it's clear and they know a little bit more about the site, they should be able to clean that up and push through. One man just behind, and oh, a lucky pre-fire cleans up Jabalsi, and he goes down to Believe. The man has psychic powers, and he almost picks up the next one through, but DCZ picks up the clean Detrian kill on the 70 FPS dog, unfortunately. So, 2-1 to 5 right now. Luminescent looking to pick up a win.
This can't happen.
No, PT King needs to pull up another ace here on the 11th day of Southeast Asian Pro League. He has the C4 ready prepped. He throws one out. It won't connect with anything just now. All the cameras are coming out, all the flashbangs are coming out, the plant diffuser is going down, and it looks like he is against the world, he is against all the odds right now, and he will lose. Luminescent finish and pick up a win against Void with a flawless round on Clubhouse. A map that we all thought Void was going to win, a map that we all thought Void was so confident on, and a map that we thought Luminescent would not turn up, but they turned up so huge here, and they turned up absolutely unlike themselves. I cannot believe it. Luminescent are just really shocking me right now, Infian. This is just some of the best I've ever seen them. 12 kills on DCH, 14 on PT King. My gosh.
This is absolutely some incredible stuff, and it was the defensive half that really won them the game, I would say. Superbly played from them. They went 5-1 up. It looked like initially, you know, when they were 2-0 up and then Void finally got around, I thought, all right, well, we might see this a bit more balanced out. But then after that, they strung 3 more rounds together, went up 5-1, and all of a sudden it was an insane mountain to climb. Void did pretty well to try and come back from it on their own defense, but